It wasn't an easy road. And I had to fight to be where I am today. And now I can say that I have no regrets, and it's fabulous. Maybe if she didn't accept me, I wouldn't have been here. I probably would have migrated, because I love my mother, and I know that she would have accepted me. I didn't have no doubt. But I know it was hard for her to deal with the truth, not from me, but like how people would have approached her. At the age of 13. One day, I was sitting on my grandfather's veranda and I saw a guy was passing. And there was something about him that I liked. And then after seeing him like from a daily basis, I realized that I kind of liked him. And I was confused. At that point, I know something was wrong with me. Back then, where I grew up in the country, it was wrong to be gay in the eyes of the society. I was afraid to talk about my feelings because I knew I would get a good thrashing. Because I grew up in a home, a very religious home, and it was not accepted. I wrote CXC, and after CXC, I migrated to Barbados, thinking, I would have gotten the chance to live my life there, but those people that I was living with in Barbados, they were very strict. So after Barbados, I moved to the Bahamas. That's where I first came out and lived my truth. The guy that I was dating, that I was with for 8 years, I felt he was my world, my everything. So that's when I decided to come out to my family and my friends, because there was no stopping. I felt, this is the time. I need to live my truth and the world needs to know who I am. My mother, when I confessed to her, she said, she knew, she just wanted me to tell her. And then she asked me if it's worth doing it. And I said, yes, this is me. And she said, before you make a decision, think 1,000,001 times if it's worth doing it. But she supported me. She was my #1 fan, idol. She stood with me and she supported me. But she didn't like the fact that I used to do drag once in a while. She didn't like the fact that, the makeup and stuff. But now she realized this is who I am. So now she accepts me, but I don't throw it in her face. I would not go visit her, cross-dressing. Like when they have family functions and stuff, they usually have the bickering. And sometimes it still do happen. I guess they accept me now, some of them, and the some who haven't, they tolerate me because we're family. But it doesn't bother me anymore. Sometimes, even though I have accepted myself, there are times now that I still have doubts about certain things. And sometimes I let it get to me, but then I snap out of it. But where I am now today, sometimes I surprise myself because I didn't think that I would have made it this far. And I love me, I've loved who I've grown to be, and I'm waiting to see where I'm going next. This is what I always tell people who have a hard time coming out. Live your truth. I know it's not going to be an easy road because I've been down that road before, but it's no use stifling yourself because at the end of the day, you're not going to be happy. So at some point you have to come out live the truth, face the challenges. Sometimes, it works out for some, and sometimes it doesn't work out for some people. For me, I think you should start with a family member or a friend. And if you don't have the courage, maybe you can contact Guyana Together, and probably they can guide you through as to how they can help you coming out to family and friends. Leave society for last. Because honestly, we live in a society where a lot of people don't accept us. We're not asking the society they can tolerate us. You don't have to support our lifestyle, but you can support us because we're human beings and we are all children of God.